Rare Voice is the phone in my home.
It's the one I can afford.
Rare Voice gives me lower LD.
And you know it gives me more.
I get local calls for free, and I can win big prizes too. Red Voice makes my family rejoice. Red Voice is the choice for me.
Your new home phone is here. Sign up for Rev Voice today, and you can win great weekly prizes and a brand new Honda CR-V from Nassau Motor Company. Get Rev Voice home phone for as low as $14.99 a month. Call us at 601-8992 or visit us online at cablebahamas.com/RevVoice. Rejoice this Christmas with Rev Voice.
Merry Christmas, everyone. You're tuned into NB12, broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. In news tonight, police sending a Christmas message to criminals. The Prime Minister, Governor General, and opposition leader reflect on 2012. Junkanoo tickets available until 1 a.m. Plus, we'll tell you what the nation's leaders were up to today. We've got those stories and so much more coming up, and the Kia DeVoe and NB12 starts right now. Thanks for joining us this Christmas evening. On the heels of a violent weekend, Commissioner of Police Ellison Greenslade says highly trained officers are on the front lines to ensure that this Christmas is a safe one. He warned criminals that officers are packing high-powered weapons. Additionally, he told NB12 several sections of the Royal Bahamas Police Force have been shut down to ensure that there is adequate manpower. Vonnie Toot reports.
Faced with a 5% increase in crimes against the person and an 18% jump in armed robberies, Commissioner of Police Ellison Greenslade says hundreds of police officers are on the front lines this holiday season in a continued effort to protect Bahamians from criminals hell-bent on wreaking havoc. He warned that highly trained officers are armed with high-powered weapons.
We've always had lots of vehicles on the streets, particularly for the year in review. And yes, those numbers are increasing now for the holidays. I've added significant numbers. Let me repeat that. Significant numbers. I've added heavy arms to the streets. People that are very, very well trained with high-powered weapons. They have got a charge from me to be very careful in dealing with those weapons because of certainly the firepower that they have. But I'm satisfied that they're very well trained and will know how to respond when called upon.
Greenslade said he has shut down certain sections of the force to ensure they have adequate manpower.
Shutting down the entire police college, pulling off every single officer, shutting down our research and planning strategic policy section, taking people from our fire services, taking people from our maintenance department. Wherever we have police officers that have been working 9 to 5 offices, we've asked them to close their files. We'll pick them up in the new year. Some things can wait. And we've asked the civilian members, secretaries to do a bit more for us because I want the officers on the front lines. You're talking about hundreds. Yeah, you're talking about hundreds. In the police department, in the police college, over all of the departments alone was near 60 officers. That'll give you an idea.
The commissioner says they're going after a core group of criminals.
Can you imagine the trauma attendant on a person who's worked hard, has a home that's you know, the yard is manicured and they're trying to make a life, and you turn about home with your door smashed in, you know, your gifts are taken, you feel like you've been raped and robbed. It's your little castle. You couldn't imagine how that feels. People that have had it happen to them are very, very distressed. When you add personal injury to the mix and the fact that a young child is raped, an older person is raped, man, you just couldn't put words to how badly it feels to that person and their families.
The commissioner says those officers will remain on our streets until police turn a corner on this country's crime problem. Reporting for NB12, I'm Vonnie Toot.
As we enjoy this time of gift giving and rekindling old relationships, a group of pastors is urging Bahamians to remember those murder victims who did not live to see Christmas Day. Senior pastor of New Lively Hope Baptist Church, Reverend Shelton Higgs, says the best gift troubled young men can give their parents this Christmas is to turn away from a life of crime.
And so crime is our number one concern. And we are asking our young men to please control themselves this season.
Higgs says their thoughts are also with those families going through tough times this holiday season.
We know the times are hard, and in some cases things are tough, and we just asking Bahamians to don't allow the merriment of Christmas to cause them to go into extra bills and what have you. Whatever they have, enjoy it and make the best out of it.
Prime Minister Perry Christie and Governor General Sir Arthur Foulkes also calling for peace this Christmas. In their Christmas addresses to the nation, they urged all Bahamians to demonstrate the spirit of peace on earth and goodwill toward men, but not only during the holiday season.
To rid yourselves of ill will towards others. Let it go. Turn your back on grudges. Bring peace into your hearts instead. Where there is hatred, let there be love. Let reconciliation be a major theme in your lives this Christmas. It will make you so much more at peace with yourself and with your God.
The Prime Minister also reminded Bahamians that the Christmas season is about giving and sharing. He says the greatest gift is showing someone in need that you care and making a difference in the lives of the less fortunate and those who are struggling.
Whether from the loss of a job or the inability to find work, or the ravages of age or illness, or from the loss of a loved one. There's also a lot of hurt among our young, many of whom feel alienated, unloved, angry, or full of despair. There's a lot of loneliness out there too, a lot of broken hearts and shattered hopes. For all such persons who are suffering,
the Governor General said that Bahamians should pray for peace. And as a small developing country, the Bahamas is acutely aware of the economic crisis. He encouraged residents to also pray for a quick recovery of the struggling global economy.
We know that the developed countries are still struggling from the fallout, even though some improvements have been observed. We must pray that solutions be found by the developed countries so that we and the struggling people of the world can breathe more easily and look to a brighter economic future.
But while the country has had a difficult year with crime, unemployment, and a strained economy, Sir Arthur highlighted many reasons why the Bahamians should give thanks this holiday season.
We should be very grateful for once again having vigorously and in an orderly manner exercised our democratic right to elect those by whom we are governed. And once again, Bahamian athletes gave us cause for celebration at the Olympic Games in London. The world indeed had another opportunity to mark the manner of our bearing. We must also give thanks for having survived another season of storms.
Meantime, opposition leader Dr. Hubert Minnis says he's looking forward to 2013 while acknowledging the challenges that the Bahamas faced this year. The F&M leader also said he's optimistic about his party's future.
We have had lively debates on a number of pressing national issues, from gambling to mortgage relief to the spiking crime rate and so on. 2012 has been a year to remember, a year of transitioning, even for us here in the F&M, as we move from strength to strength. I have high hopes for the future development of our country and our citizenry. Our nation is advancing every day, and we are embracing the changes of life in a globalized world.